Make a decision right now. Any decision. Pick a number between 1 and 10. Got it? Here's what you don't know. That number was chosen roughly 7 seconds before you were aware of deciding it. The part of you that felt like it was choosing? It wasn't there yet. It was just the last one to find out. Every decision you've made today arrived the same way. You didn't make them. You were informed of them. And the thing doing the actual deciding has been running without your permission your entire life. This isn't a metaphor. In the 1980s, a neuroscientist named Benjamin Libet wired people up to a brain scanner and asked them to flick their wrist whenever they felt like it. Simple enough. While they did it, he tracked two things: the moment the brain fired the signal to move, and the moment the person felt themselves decide to move. The brain fired first, every single time, by about half a second, which doesn't sound like much until you realize what it means. The feeling of deciding came after the decision was already made. The conscious you, the one reading these words right now, the one that feels like it's steering, showed up late. It has always been showing up late. Half a second is just the beginning. Your brain does not wait for you to make sense of the world before it shows you the world. It builds a version of it in advance. Right now, what you think you're seeing is actually a prediction. Your brain takes the last few moments of sensory information, makes its best guess about what comes next, and presents that guess as the present. You are never quite living in the moment. You are living in your brain's forecast of it. When the prediction is wrong, you notice. That's the jolt of surprise, the double take, the moment something seems off. But when the prediction is right, which it usually is, you never know it happened. The whole machinery runs silent behind everything, and you walk through the day completely convinced you are seeing things as they are. You are seeing things as your brain decided they probably are, and the editing doesn't stop there. Every time you remember something, you are not playing back a recording. There is no recording. What you call a memory is built fresh each time you access it, assembled from fragments, filled in with details your brain supplies on the spot. And each time you rebuild it, it changes slightly. The memory of the event and the memory of remembering the event start to blur together. Over years, the thing you remember most vividly is often the version you've thought about most often, not the version that happened. A psychologist named Elizabeth Loftus spent decades proving exactly this. In one study, she had participants watch footage of a car accident. Afterward, she asked some of them how fast the cars were going when they smashed into each other. She asked others how fast they were going when they contacted each other. Same footage, same people. One word changed. The group that heard smashed remembered the cars going significantly faster. A third of them also remembered seeing broken glass in the footage. There was no broken glass. She hadn't planted a memory. She had adjusted one. And the brain had quietly filled in the rest to match. That is not a flaw. That is the system doing exactly what it was built to do. Your brain is not a camera. It was never trying to record the truth. It was trying to keep you alive. A system that pauses to carefully verify every perception before acting on it gets eaten. A system that moves fast, makes confident predictions, and patches the gaps without telling you is a system that survives. The lying isn't a bug. It is the entire point. Every shortcut your brain takes, every gap it fills, every memory it quietly rewrites, is the residue of a million years of staying alive in a world that was trying to kill you. The problem is the world changed faster than the brain did. Those same shortcuts that kept your ancestors breathing now run inside a life they were never designed for. Your brain still treats a harsh word from a stranger as a threat to your survival because for most of human history, being cast out of the group meant death. It still reads the face of someone who looks different as a signal to be cautious, because difference once genuinely meant danger. Two people can watch the same event, hear the same words, sit in the same room, and come away with completely different accounts of what happened. Both of them certain, neither of them lying, both of them telling the truth as their brain assembled it. This is not rare. This is every conversation you have ever had. So where does that leave you? You cannot step outside your own brain and audit it. You cannot catch the predictions happening before they arrive. You cannot watch yourself misremember in real time. Every tool you would use to check the system is part of the system. The instrument and the inspector are the same thing, which sounds like a trap. And in one sense, it is. But here's the part nobody tells you. The brain that edits and predicts and fills in the gaps is also the brain that noticed it does this. Somewhere in that same machinery, something developed the ability to turn around and look at itself, to read a study about false memories and feel the ground shift, to hear about Libet's experiment and sit with the discomfort of what it means. To ask, seriously and without flinching, how much of what I believe about myself and the world around me was quietly assembled without my knowledge? That question is not a symptom of a broken mind. It is the most honest thing a mind can do. Most people never ask it. They move through their days on the forecast, comfortable inside the prediction, never noticing the machinery underneath. The fact that you're sitting with it right now is not a reason to distrust yourself. It is the only version of trust that holds up. Not blind confidence in every thought that surfaces, but a kind of clear-eyed familiarity with the thing doing the thinking. You will never fully catch the brain in the act, but you can know it's acting. You can leave space between a feeling and a conclusion. You can treat your most certain beliefs with at least a little of the same curiosity you'd bring to anything else that turned out to be more complicated than it looked. The brain running your life is ancient, brilliant, and largely invisible to you. It has kept you alive through every single day you have ever had. It has also been editing the footage the whole time. You are not broken. You are just finally watching the same film your brain has been showing you your whole life and noticing for the first time that someone else made the cuts.